Hi, I'm Tammy,
And I'm Sarah.
and we are the founders of Kadima Animal Sanctuary, and welcome to Sushi. We are a mother-daughter team with a dream to help make this world a better, safer place for our animals.
We hope we might inspire and encourage you to follow your dreams no matter what age you might be.
So it is never too late or too early to follow your passion. We believe that there's power in numbers, and together we can make this world, again, a better, safer place for our animals.
If you're an animal lover, you already know the cruelty that is done to them. We not only hope to save animals, but to educate and share the knowledge we have learned along the way.
I've always had a love of animals and have been around them my whole life. I also raised my daughters with them. We truly believe that children and adults can learn a lot from our animals.
If we realize they are more than just feathers or fur, but are sentient beings that have emotions, they feel pain, sadness, fear, loss of loved ones, but most importantly, they love unconditionally and are so forgiving.
There are so many reasons why we want to help animals. It would take days to explain. But if we can make a little dent in this world for them, with your help, we'd be forever grateful and humbled for your support.
Our mission is to give neglected, abused, forgotten animals a home, whether that be temporary or forever, where they can heal physically and emotionally as holistically as possible alongside vet care.
With modalities like healing touch for animals, flower essence, essential oils, massage, just to name a few.
I would like to do liberty and positive reinforcement work with some of the horses and other animals.
We want to create a place where they are never mistreated or have to live in fear again. A place where they can live out the rest of their days in peace and happiness, but most of all, to know they are loved.
We want to help animals move forward from the emotional and or physical trauma they have endured. That is why we chose the name Kadima, because it means forward in Hebrew.
We invite you to follow us on our journey, or better yet, walk alongside us, to watch and feel our triumphs along the way as we help animals.
We want to help all types of farm animals like pigs, sheep, goats, chickens, ducks, turkeys, cows, and many more.
Our main focus being on animals that are a byproduct of the factory farm industry, but we will also want to help the ones that have been neglected, mistreated, abused, and are unwanted.
We'd like to help the horses and foals that are unwanted.
And also we'd like to help the horses that are in the auction heading to be slaughtered. Horses who have a career-ending injury, and the old horses who no longer serve a purpose.
Alright, so in Oregon we've got a big issue with off-the-track racehorses and just overbreeding of horses in general. Oftentimes if the horse isn't sound for riding, the horse has no place to go. So organizations like Kadima are really helpful because they'll give these horses a place to go. Right now they either go to the slaughter pipeline or they have to be euthanized. Rescues won't take non-riding horses. And it's a major issue for these animals that have done a lot of good work for us.
We believe there are a lot of wonderful rescues and shelters here. Though we might do things differently, we are all in it for one reason: to help the animals. Our intention would be to help the local high-kill shelters like the ones in California.
With local shelters, I really urge people to do everything they can do to try and keep their animal before giving it to a shelter. A lot of times they think, oh, somebody else will get my dog, but that isn't necessarily the case. Sometimes they spend months and months there staring at a concrete wall or in a small metal cage. So please, I urge you, take the dog with you or cat with you when you move if you can. Do whatever possible to keep them. With that being said, this is a post I saw from one of the other shelters. Dear Mom and Dad, I died today. You got tired of me and took me to the shelter. They were overcrowded and I drew an unlucky number. I am in a black plastic bag in a landfill now. Some other puppy will get my barely used leash you left. My collar was dirty and too old, but the lady took it off before she sent me to the Rainbow Bridge. And this goes for older dogs too. Would I still be at home if I didn't chew your shoe? I didn't know what it was, but it was leather, and it was on the floor, and I just played. You forgot to get me puppy toys. Would I still be at home if I had been housebroken? Rubbing my nose in what I did only made me ashamed that I had to go at all. There are books and obedient teachers that would have taught you how to teach me to go to the door. Would I still be at home if I hadn't brought fleas into the house? Without anti-flea medicine, I can't get them off me after you left me in the yard for days. Would I still be at home if I hadn't barked? I was only saying, I'm scared, I'm lonely, I'm here. I want to be your best friend. Would I still be at home if I had made you happy? Hitting me didn't make me learn how. Would I still be at home if you had taken some time to care for me and teach me manners? You didn't pay attention to me after the first week or so, but I spent all my time waiting for you to love me. I died today. Love, your puppy, or love, your dog or cat. Besides the local rescues, we'd like to help and partner with a couple rescues in China. They really tug at our hearts.
We are here to help the animals, and it doesn't matter to us what country they are from. Animals have no choice with what happens to them. They trust and believe in us. It is up to us to keep them safe and loved moving forward, to tell their story and bring awareness.
The dogs and other animals in the meat industry in China are tortured in some of the most heinous ways possible. They are tortured, stabbed, skinned, or boiled alive. They are hit numerous times, mostly in the head, limbs chopped off. Some are hung alive from meat hooks in some restaurants for people to choose from, just to name a few.
28,000 dogs a day in China alone are slaughtered for meat. The slaughterhouses are actually illegal there and are unregulated. They only continue to run because they pay off the police.
There are a lot of misconceptions I hear. They can't afford to eat anything, so they eat dog meat. Dog meat is more expensive than chicken and pork in China. Other misconceptions is that it has been a tradition for centuries. There are only a couple small towns in North China where this is true. The Yulin Festival has been going on for around 10 years, and this is where even higher amounts of dogs are slaughtered a day.
They are crammed into tiny wire cages where they can barely move. They are dragged, then flung into those by huge metal vice grips that end up doing damage to their trachea. They are sometimes in those cages for days with no food or water in the heat or cold.
70 to 80% of the dogs in the meat industry were someone's pet that was stolen. Others were just discarded to the butcher to torture and left, not knowing why they were no longer wanted.
They truly need our help, and we all need to bring awareness to this and be their voice.
Did you know until late December 2018 it was legal in 44 states in the U.S. to eat dog and cat meat? Google it. There were people actually doing this here in the U.S. Since the law was passed, the U.S. is urging all other Asian countries to follow suit.
Some of the dogs in China have homes waiting for them. They have to wait for months for a flight volunteer to fly them to their forever home. This is what we would like to help with, to get them the hell out of there.
We have a choice to help or stay silent. I truly believe God did not put these animals here on earth for us to torture and neglect. We are their caretakers. Let's start taking care of them.
This is Nori and Nova. They came from a breeding facility like a lot of dogs that end up in the meat trade do. The owner was shutting down and selling all the dogs to the meat truck when a rescue came in and bought all the dogs who were left.
Most were sick with parvo, distemper, both, or CCV. Nori and Nova's sister was supposed to come here too, but she ended up with distemper and developed neurological problems and couldn't fly.
65 puppies were saved that day, along with some moms. All of them purebreds. Some of them succumbed to the viruses.
The breeders over there breed purebred dogs that after the puppies are 6 weeks old, they are considered unsellable, no good for the pet industry, and sold to the meat trade. Or when their breeding facility gets wiped out with illnesses, they are sold to the meat trade. All unregulated. If you'd like, follow Nori and Nova's story on Nori and Nova on Instagram.
Please help us on our mission at Kadima Animal Sanctuary. If you'd like to follow our journey of starting an animal sanctuary from the beginning, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Kadima Animal Sanctuary.
We just wanted to say thank you to the supporters And thank you to Tiny House Giveaway for partnering with us. Please go out and support this tiny house. We really need it to be successful for us to continue. We'd like to do 2 a year, and it's really important to us. This is something that we were really counting on to get us going and get us off our feet and to keep money flowing so we can take care of the animals. So please go out and donate to this when Tiny House sends out new pictures and posts. Please help spread the word. We are forever grateful for you guys. We hope someday, if this goes well, we really like to have a place where people could bring a tiny house per se and come stay and visit with the animals, meet us. We'd like to meet you. So again, please help make this successful for this one. It's a beautiful tiny house. It's very well done. Please make a donation, support us, follow us at Kadima Animal Sanctuary, Instagram, Facebook, support Tiny House Giveaway, and the Let's Enter platform is a new platform. Go out and support that. It's a great opportunity for us nonprofits to help make money for us. It's a great idea and a great cause. So again, go out and support us. We need y'all. So thank you.